Hi, friends. So, we're here on a Wednesday, and thought I would jump on and say hi. Yesterday I was kind of under the weather, was not feeling well at all. So, came home and slept. Just slept and slept some more. It was a good time. Weather has been abnormally crazy warm. Um, it's just been really warm. Okay. So I get out of work today, like it's 5:21. The sun's still there. I see it. I love it. William's on his way through. He will be here in just a little bit. And he'll be here till probably Saturday morning. But I have a problem. Okay, so I thought this whole Christmas shopping thing would be awesome, right? Get it all done, have it out of the way. It would all be here this week because, of course, I ordered when there was great sales. Right? Right. What happens when everything comes in today and he'll be here tonight? And I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to wrap this gift. Like, I had to will it in on the little dolly. I thought I would be able just to kind of, I'll wrap it, flip it around. It's heavy. So, like, after this video, I'm going to have to give him a call. Then I'm going to have to go to Walmart. And I'm going to have to figure something out because if I just purchase this Christmas gift that he has to get tonight because it's just there, I'm going to be sad. Not really, because he's still going to have a bunch of presents under the tree. Like, not a bunch of presents, but a bunch of what he wanted under the tree. So I really wouldn't be mad about it. So I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to see if I can find something to help. If not, I'm going to go on with it. Yep, that was my middle finger. Because I'm not going to stress about it. So, that's my dilemma today. That's it. Pretty stressful. Because I thought I would have, it would get here, he wouldn't be coming in or he wouldn't be home, and I could wrap it. And now, even if he wouldn't have been coming home, I couldn't have wrapped it. It's huge. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll just wrap, like from the floor up and just scoot it over and make sure it doesn't get moved. That's an idea. That's an idea too. Good idea. Also, we put a little train under our tree this year. It's adorable. I love it. I don't know where I'm supposed to put presents. So those of you with trains around your trees, where the heck do you put presents? Because my space is very limited. Like, very limited. I don't know. Maybe there will be presents all along the entryway. I don't know. Oh, guys. And to think it's only December 1st. Right? December 1st. Today started out really crazy. I love my clients. I love the rapport that I have with them. I love that they know that they can call me anytime. I'm not used to getting calls at 7:25 in the morning, though. And I'm like, hello. I'm like, whoa. Hold on. Let my eye open up. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared at all. So that sucked. Other than that, really got nothing. I'm feeling better today. Tomorrow's Thursday and I'm off, which is way exciting. I live for days off. Friday's a pretty easy day. I had a client call in today because she's in the hospital. I feel sorry for her. She's sick. The bug going around. So I'm glad she didn't come get me sick. So yeah, that's that. I want to talk about something very, very, very surreal today. And I want to talk about it because, this client that I talked to, y'all, I have a habit of taking my shoes off under the desk. Like, I just took a pair off and they're over there, and now that's where my ones from the other day went to. But anyways, client this morning. The issue is, there's been a lot go on with said client, and said client has been with this home for about 2 months, okay? And there's little to no trust. Like, there's a big issue with trust because they don't know each other right now. And so I'm talking and I'm getting real with them, and I'm like, you guys, we have a 12-year-old and an adult, and you guys aren't on the same page because you're the adult and he's 12, and he doesn't know this life and you know this life, and it confuses you and irritates you that he doesn't know this life. And he doesn't trust you to want to be part of that life yet. Like, he's got to build that trust. Like, it hit her like a deer in the headlight. Like, oh. No matter how nice or kind or whatever you are, not everybody's going to trust you immediately. Some people have to build that trust because of the history that they have. And she was heartbroken. Like, she cried because he didn't trust her. And I'm like, it's nothing about you. It's not about you. And he's crying because I get it. He knows that he doesn't trust her. So he doesn't indulge in stuff that she would like. Because he doesn't trust her. And so it brings me to the fact that, here we have this kiddo who has no trust for, said fosters, because he's never had anybody to trust. He's never known what trusting somebody and being okay with that trust is. And the pain that I see in him is horrible. And then I sat back and look at him and I said, you know what, buddy, I'm really proud of you. And he's like, I'm really, really proud of you. And he's not catching. I said, I'm proud of you because you had boundaries. I was like, you protected yourself and you did what you needed to do for you. You had boundaries, and that is big, and that is huge, and that is hard, and that hurts. But you did it. You did it. You maintained your boundaries. It hurt her, but your mental health was good. And now here we are, and we can talk about it, and it will help her. So by the end of the session, I have 2 people that are talking like they hadn't talked the whole 2 months. And you have a kiddo that's smiling, and this foster mom that's just like, like you could tell just a breath of fresh air, because they were at wit's end and fighting. And it was actually minute. Like, what happened was minute, but it was huge because to her, it was a don't trust him issue. Like, I can't trust him because he did this. And to him, it's like, I've done this for the whole time I've ever went to school and carried a backpack. Like, nothing new. But it caused such devastation that, like, at 7:30 this morning, I was getting this call. I really had already started calling around because I thought there would be a referral there. I thought all the negative things that I could think. And then at the end of the day, we talked and we communicated, and we used positive communication, and we used open communication and honest communication. And we talked about real things, and I was truthful that, hey, it's going to suck because he doesn't trust you, and you don't trust him because he doesn't trust you. So you guys need to work on a relationship. Like, build the relationship that you want to have with him, whether it be, their situation's not really the same as most fosters, but whether it be that you're going to have him forever for the rest of your life now, or his life, build the foundation that you want. But pointing fingers, yelling, screaming, calling liars, that doesn't build that stuff, And I started thinking about it. I'm like, we often just trust people until they give us a reason not to, right? And I know that's how I am. I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to. Why? Why wouldn't I? What have you done? Nothing to me that prior to that I could say that there wasn't a reason. So I personally give you trust until it's broke. Now you can make this trust stronger, like you can in depth that feeling of trust because of the way that the relationship blossoms. It can get better, but I'm going to give you that trust until you give me a reason not to trust you. Okay? And to me, I could sit there and I heard what he was saying, and he has lived his whole life just having to be on the fight or flight mode, and he doesn't know that trust is okay because everybody he's ever trusted has done bad things. So for him, he's the one that you have to build the trust. You're not going to get it until you've built it. You have to prove that you're trustworthy. That's hard. That's hard because, now she's going to have to bend over backwards. Take 15 extra steps. Do all the things to get what she gives freely. And the thing with it is, neither one of them are wrong. I'm not wrong. He's not wrong. My beliefs aren't wrong. His aren't wrong. It's who we are. It's who makes us. What makes us. It's how we develop and our situation and what we've been through. And that trust is very skewy. And trust is huge. Like, trust to me is like bigger than the globe. Like the whole world. Like, trust is the whole thing. Sorry, I'm off. Trust is like bigger than that. It's bigger. Ah, dang it. Bigger than that. Like, you have to really build the trust, right? So, if you don't have trust, nothing else in a relationship can actually function 100%. So, what we did today is we sat down and we're like, okay, why do you not trust her? Why do you not trust him? And they were able to openly communicate it. And we were there an hour and a half, and it was a solid hour and a half, and it was good, and it was fulfilling. And feelings were talked about, and tears were shed, and Kleenexes were provided, and we just kept pushing through. And at the end of the session, I was just like, okay. Now, it doesn't mean that he trusts you anymore and you trust him anymore. It means that we're on a common ground and we have the same expectations because we talked about it and we know what each other want and what each other need. And we're going to walk out of this room and we're not going to bring up what happened prior to coming into this room. Because if you keep bringing up this situation, it's a form of abuse because you're just badgering it over and over and over and over and over. So it's done. So right now, before you guys leave, is there anything else? Anything at all? And then you see this woman break down because this poor lady has had her own struggles all through her life. She's 40 years old. She has a very ill husband. She has a house full of kids. She is a me on crack. Like, my heart is big. Hers is 10 times bigger. She took this kid in. She didn't have to. She has 7 others. Like, the house is full. The cup runneth over. And she's tired. And she's exhausted. And she wants help. So by the time they left, I didn't have to do a referral for the kid. I didn't have to do anything besides say, you know what? We provide services for adults. And if you want to come, we can definitely see about setting it up for you. She's like, really? Yeah, we can. And normally you wouldn't counsel within the same dynamic, like daughter, son, whatever. So I talked to my director there at the office, and I'm like, okay, she's wanting to see me, but if it's a problem or conflict, then I won't. She's like, it's not a conflict for me, but I need to know that you are able to keep the side. Y'all, Walmart's still deleting stuff or ordering stuff. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure what all we had. So I signed her up. I mean, like, I'm signing her up for services. She needs them. She needs support too, and it's gonna be a whole different level. Where I don't have a reason to mesh the two, because of the fact that she doesn't want to work on what's happening now. She wants to work on healing the past, and her avenue is a lot different than his therapy, his treatment, and it's gonna be her own struggle, but my boss was just like, if you can prove to me that you're not going to get them enmeshed and you're going to be okay. And I'm like, yes, I can. I promise that I can. And if it becomes too much, I'll let you know. And she's like, okay. She said, a lot of times they say, I don't want the same therapist as who and so, so and so. But, here she is working with me for 4 weeks now, and she's built a rapport with me. So, of course, she feels more comfortable with me, and she knows that she can talk and nobody says anything. And here, her and I just had this big session with him, and I not once told her anything that he said, but I did address situations that I knew were dear and dear and important. So, I think that it'll be good for them. I think that it's something that's very much needed. I know it will help her in the long run, and it will help him because he knows that she really wants to do the best for them, as a family unit. But yeah, it's just trust. You guys, whether you're one that gives trust freely or whether you're one that wants people to build trust, keep your boundaries. I'm so proud of him for that. Like, he did very well. He was not ugly. I don't want you guys to think that either. He was not ugly or mean or disrespectful. He was none of that. So please don't think that. But he kept his boundaries, and I was very proud of him. So at the end of everything, every situation, okay, I always try to find a positive. And so I do this a lot in sessions, like boom, 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 talk about really, really hard stuff. With kids, we talk about our biggest feelings ever, right? And then we let it go. So we come in and we're just like, and let it go. Because when we walk outside of that door, we don't have that same secure location. So it's got to be very, very safe. That's safe in there. With adults, I promise you, if I'm just honest with people, it seems to be 10 out of 10 better. And it makes everybody happier. Me, client, anybody, everybody is happier when that happens. So don't take trust for granted. If somebody gives you the ability to grow with them and to build trust, or if you already have it because they give it openly, and then, you are the one that maintains that by not doing anything to ruin the trust, just know how important that is, how big of an effect that has on others. And guys, once that trust is gone, it's so hard. Like, it's a daily task, like every day you might have to say, duh, that is wrong. Sorry, guys. But you might have to tell yourself every day, I want to trust this person. They've done nothing wrong. I want to trust this person. They've done nothing wrong. You might have to put that reminder in your head, that positive thought process in your head to start allowing that growth to happen. And then with doing that in time, hopefully you can get over and just be over that stump. Now, there's so much we can talk about trust, but I'm just saying, trust is precious. Just know that. And if you have somebody's trust, hold it with, the easiest way possible and pamper it and take care of it. Don't throw it away on something stupid, okay? And if you do, be the first to admit it. Just confess, because that's what saved us today. It was no longer a lie. It was a confession, and everything was okay. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, sometimes I just ramble, and I'm sorry, but if you guys have any questions or any feedback on that, let me know. You can comment here. You can like, share, subscribe. You can email me. You can do all the things. Just let me know what you're thinking on that. But for now, I'm going to sign off. Remember, I did say William would be here tonight, and he'll be here till Saturday morning. my goal is I really just want to start doing this every day. I know I've said that the last couple of weeks and I just haven't, but I really want to try to start doing this more often. But again, I'll see you guys at a later time. I want to thank you again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back later. Bye, guys.